I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of? We're going to the beach.
Can't believe that it hit 115 today. That's definitely the hottest I've ever experienced. Everything's on fire out here and
It's freaking hot. I've never in my life.
we definitely need to do our best and try to be as conscious of consumers as possible. We just got these new dishes and plates and bowls and I guess it's called cookware. Jars of Dust is the company, I'll link them below. But they make these beautiful handmade pieces, have these little imperfections and they just feel very, I don't know what the word is, homey, I guess. But I've never really been aware of cookware. I've certainly never cared until, you know, we moved. Whoa. If you're a parent yourself or just want a good mat, Monomat makes the absolute best. I guess they're called, what kind of mats are they called?
Playmats?
Playmats. I guess they're called playmats. But they're vegan leather, which means they're basically leather but made out of not animals. Yeah. And yeah, they're the best mats ever. Malachi loves them very much. They've certainly helped him from Lord knows how many falls and spills. We've bought so many mats over the past year and tested a lot of them out, and overall these are just the best ones we've ever came across, and a good mat means a lot. So I'm gonna put a link down below for those mats if you guys wanna get one yourself. So Malachi turns 1 year old a week from today. We were trying to have a little get together, but it's gonna be too smoky outside, so we're just gonna probably do something inside. Skyline, my mom, and my stepdad will be out here for a week or so to help us with some DIY projects and to just move some furniture around and put some stuff up in our house that we've been waiting since before Corona to do. So that should be exciting. We haven't really had much, family come and visit the house since we moved here. Our pepper bushes didn't make it, so I put rosemary in their place, and the rosemary is thriving. I also put a couple by the pool as well. Slowly but surely, the cucumbers are taking over the hill. They're growing down and up, which is nice. The citrus trees are finally kind of acclimating to the environment and the soil. The flowers are looking good. Lavender's looking good. Malachi will not let a hat or a pair of goggles or something go unworn, so if he sees them lying around, he's gonna make sure you're wearing them. Good morning, everyone. The air quality is still out here. It's been a solid 2 weeks of just non-stop fires burning. It's burning down reservoirs and it's encroaching an observatory today and a bunch of foothill neighborhoods, and just another day in Southern California. I've talked a little bit about AQI on this channel before, but it's basically just the air quality index. And all it does is measure the parts per, I don't know exactly what it does. It tells you if the air is bad or not. I guess like 30 or 40 is good or moderate. The lowest that we've got in the past like 2.5 weeks is like 130, so we've barely been spending any time outside, and when we do go, it's just kind of rush in, rush out. And if you know me, that's been difficult. Ultimately, climate change is by far still the biggest threat to all of our well-beings. I mean, I think something crazy, bigger than Rhode Island, bigger than a few states, like 3 million plus acres or something like that have already burned in California. You don't want to mess with Mother Nature, that is for sure. She will put you in your place. And that's kind of what, you know, these fires have been doing. I mean, even just this week, they passed that law that's finally allowing former felons to become firefighters. I guess they were just taking advantage of them and paying them like literally $1 or $2 an hour to fight these fires and giving them no option for jobs when they were just as qualified. It's ridiculous. So there's some good coming out of this. There's a silver lining. I am seeing more and more controlled burns taking place across Southern California, which is what we need. It comes down to controlled burns. I mean, California's vegetation freaking evolved to be set on fire. There's whole ecosystems and trees and seeds and things that don't germinate or survive without fire. We traded natural fires for man-made ones, and it's kind of easy to see why we're having all these problems. After an extremely hard-fought battle with a pool, my pool. I've never had a pool before. That's the problem here. The pool equipment itself is from the late 80s. I mean, like I said, never had a pool before, so I was lost. You know, I'd be lost with today's equipment, but I'm extremely lost with the 1980s filter and pump and all that stuff. I am my own pool guy, and yeah, between like, you know, the pH level of the water, the chlorine, freaking learning how to use and clean the filters and all the gadgets and gizmos and the timer and all that stuff, vacuuming, there's so many things that I'm just starting to, you know, scratch the surface on. A pool is like, they say that it doesn't add any value to your house. It doesn't, you know, change the value of your house. I don't believe it. They also say that it helps your house sell. I believe that. But how can something help your house sell and not add any value? It's just kind of weird. We definitely considered, you know, looking at places with pools and backyards and you know, kind of, they already had that infrastructure. Building a pool is not something cheap, so we definitely feel like it added value. Anyway, when we bought the house, the pool looked great. Everything was working fine. I mean, that's basically the theme of everything when we bought the house. After about a week, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but my pool turned into a swamp. It was black and algae was growing everywhere. I was ready to just drain it and start over, or literally like just fill the whole pool up and have deck space. I was just over it. I was so mad at this thing. I would wake up every day in the morning and try to figure it out, and my neighbor would come over and we would take the whole freaking old filter apart and try to find the leak. And yeah, it was just not working out. I was just spending hours and hours on my pool every day, and it was still, the best I got it looking was like a cloudy green. So eventually I had to fork up a good 1,500 bucks for a pool filter, but that was my problem. As soon as we got the new pool filter in, everything cleared up, and yeah, pool looks beautiful again now. So after about a month of having a swamp for a pool and just trying to battle it and figure out what was wrong with it, I realized I had a broken filter. So that'll definitely mess things up. There's still so many things I'm trying to do on this property. It's one of those things where it's like I've been waking up every day and tackling a new project, but as soon as you add a couple more hands, as soon as you get a little team together to tackle something, you know, that week-long project can turn into like a day-long project. So very excited for this month. I feel like we're gonna get a lot done for the property, and indoor and outdoors. And yeah, my parents are gonna see it for the first time, so that's really exciting.
Is it cold?
You gonna go in deeper? Oh.
This is Malachi's new favorite toy. As long as he empties it out, I'm cool with it. He saw me do this one time, and now he has to do it forever.
He like dumps it on.
Like that's literally that's him emptying it and putting it back in.